Autoline Daily is brought to you by Dow Automotive Systems, improving durability and increasing design flexibility with Betamate structural adhesives at dowbetamate.com.
Here are today's top headlines. Ed Whitacre will become GM's permanent CEO. It costs $5,000 to buy a license plate in Shanghai. And Caterpillar comes out with a hybrid bulldozer. Up next, we'll be back with the news behind the headlines. This is Autoline Daily for Monday, January 25, 2010, and now the news. GM announced this morning that Ed Whitacre will be the permanent CEO of the company, ending a search for a new CEO that was underway. It also ends speculation that Christopher Little, who recently came over from Microsoft, might be in the running for the CEO job. Well, it's earnings time. We'll be hearing a lot of automakers and suppliers reporting their earnings over the next week or two. Fiat lost $1.2 billion last year, more than twice what analysts expected, the AFP reports. But Fiat predicts it will make a profit of 200 to 300 million euros if European governments continue their cash for clunkers incentives. Gold has been on a tear over the last decade with prices well over $1,000 an ounce. But now Bloomberg reports that metals investors are dumping gold and buying platinum. Some analysts say the price of platinum could rise by more than 50% this year after rising nearly 60% last year. A key reason why they're so bullish, besides all the mumbo-jumbo technical analysis, because the auto industry buys about 70% of all platinum, which is used in catalytic converters, and they plan to buy 20% more than last year. Car sales in China keep on rising, and so does the cost to drive one. According to Gasgoo, the average cost of a license plate in Shanghai has risen to over $5,600. Those plates are auctioned off by the city. Last month, 8,000 were handed out, but the number of people bidding on them went from about 400 to nearly 19,000, which obviously drove up the price. Drivers wanted to get a new plate before the Chinese New Year in February, and also because the government is limiting plates for an upcoming World Expo in Shanghai. And in other China news, GM says it will need a new plant in the country. According to Reuters, the company has added shifts and expanded assembly lines to meet demand at its existing facilities, but it says it still needs another plant. GM said it expects to sell 2 million vehicles this year in China compared to 1.8 million last year. To help keep classic models running and looking good for years to come, Audi recently launched a new website to sell vintage parts. Right now, the company has more than 300,000 components available, including stuff for really old vehicles like Horks and Wanderers. The site is www.audi.de/tradition-parts. The link will be posted in our show notes if you really want to check that out. The company wanted to ensure the availability of the most necessary parts for classic models, and members of the ACI, the Audi Club International, receive special deals when ordering from the website. So, you think hybrids only come in one size? Small? Well, think again. At 11 feet high and 60,000 pounds, the Caterpillar D7e bulldozer dwarfs your neighbor's Prius. According to the New York Times, the Earth Mover is 25% more efficient than a conventional model, but the company prefers to call it an electric tractor rather than a hybrid. It's powered by a 9.3-liter six-cylinder diesel engine with 719 pound-feet of torque. The ICE drives a generator, which in turn runs two 107-horsepower electric motors, one for each tread. It has no battery pack, but the efficiency boost comes partly from regenerative braking and partly from keeping the engine running at a constant speed. Coming up next, we'll take a look at how Ford is boosting the perceived quality of its cars by making them quieter. With so many new vehicles being introduced to the market every year, now more than ever, it's important to get new ones out even faster. And when you can do that and improve quality and reduce cost all at the same time, even better. That's why Ford is using a couple of technologies that can do just that. One is called noise vision that allows engineers to see and eliminate sounds in the interior during development. It's a small sphere that's placed inside the vehicle and is equipped with more than 30 microphones and 12 cameras. Software reads the data and creates a computerized image showing hotspots in the interior that could be caused by wind noise, rattles, or unwanted feedback from the engine or road. In the past, it was a process of elimination to identify and fix rattles and squeaks, which in some cases could take weeks. Now it's only a matter of a few hours with noise vision. The other technology Ford is using to improve sound quality is something that looks more like a video game than a development tool called Virtual Vehicle Sound Simulator. It's used to fine-tune sound inside the vehicle. Using the virtual simulator, engineers can hear what the vehicle would sound like under different road conditions, under different speeds, gear changes, and throttle conditions as a simulated vehicle shifts, accelerates, and decelerates. In the past, engineers would test specific components one at a time in a single drive condition. Now, engineers can hear noises in real time in dozens of conditions. Each of these tools has contributed to the success the company has seen lately. Hey, don't forget to tune into our live webcast from the Auto Show in Washington, D.C. tomorrow, starting at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll be talking with politicians, regulators, and industry executives, such as Johan de Nijssen from Audi and Alan Mulally from Ford. And we'll be taking your questions, which you can send in to us so I can ask them. Just go to our website at AutolineDetroit.tv and go to the John's Journal page, where you'll see a form where you can leave your questions. And that is it for today's top news in the global automotive industry. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.